win at Milwaukee in June, allowing just 2 runs in a career-best 8 innings. Tonight, he aims to do it again and get the Nats back on track in Game 2 with the Brewers. Another absolutely gorgeous night for baseball at Nationals Park. Trying to forget about what happened here last night. They are coming in droves. We'll have a big crowd in the yard for Game 2 of this series against the Milwaukee Brewers. Time for the Nats against a team way under 500 to get things going on this homestand. Bob and FP. And let's talk about Bryce and Michael A. Who would have thought Michael A. Taylor would be number 2 on this ball club in RBIs, and Bryce doing what we hoped he would do?
Yeah, Michael A. Taylor quietly putting together a wonderful season. It's been fun to watch the progression of him as an everyday player. He didn't get it early on, but he's relaxed now, and this guy's been relaxed since opening day. Home run number 31 last night. The stat I saw the most, I mean, we'll go over him in Bryce Harper's season. He's been on base 104 of the 114 games he's played this year. That's just incredible. And Michael Taylor with a 393-foot shot in Colorado backed it up with another bomb last night. So some offense, some things, some positive things from last night. When you look at the numbers, for both of these guys, they've led the team offensively.
And you take Michael A. Taylor one step farther. Among National League rookies, he is 5th in home runs and in the top 3 now in RBIs as he went rocketing past 50 this week. So maybe some offense from some other guys. The Nats have been prone to scoring this year only when they hit home runs, and I know Rick Shue and Matt Williams would love to see some hits strung together.
Well, it's time for the big guys to step up, and that's Jason Worth and Ryan Zimmerman. They need them offensively. Jason Worth, originally not in the lineup tonight, talked his way into the lineup, and he'll be leading off.
Well, I'm glad he wants to be in there. As the leadoff guy again, Joe Ross, the rookie, gets another call tonight. He has split his first 4 decisions at home, and at Nationals Park, a very good ERA of 2.55.
Yeah, got his first big league win against these very Brewers. We'll see if they've figured out Joe Ross or he has something new in store for him here tonight.
So as we mentioned, another big crowd in the yard tonight. The Nats are averaging 33,776, 2 miles south of the Capitol Dome. Game 2, Brew Crew and the Nats. Brought to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in you. Yeah, painting some barbecue sauce on those half chicken. What a way to get ready for a ball game tonight. The Nats and the Brewers in game 2 of this 3-game series. Every night becomes a night you better get a W. It is beautiful at the ballpark. 81, humidity down, 38%. Just absolutely gorgeous. Every section of the ballpark has fans in it right now. Hopefully they'll be filling them all in. This is Jonathan Lucroy, number 2 hitter in the Brewers lineup. 6 for 19 with 3 RBIs against the Nats this year. He was 2 for 4 against Joe Ross in Joe's win at Milwaukee earlier this year. So the Brewers are 10th in the league in hitting, 9th in runs and in home runs. And here's the rookie making his 10th big league start.
Yeah, fastball for Joe Ross, 93 miles an hour on average. Slider, 84. Changeup, 89. 10th start for Joe Ross. 54 strikeouts versus 9 walks. And a 239 opponent's average.
Yeah, rookie night at the ballpark. Taylor Youngman, he's 25 in his first big league season. We'll see him in a few moments. 7-4 through his first 13 starts.
I said the defense for the Nats behind Joe Ross. Worth, Taylor Harper, the outfield. Desmond Rendon, left side. Espinosa Zimmerman, right side. And Wilson Ramos behind the plate.
So Jason Worth coming off a 1 for 4 last night into the Nats lineup. He'll be leading off again, playing left field. We'll set that lineup for you, hopefully in just a few pitches. Stepping in, Shane Peterson, 27-year-old left-handed hitting outfielder out of Long Beach State. Might have seen he and Danny Espinosa exchanging greetings before the game. At 7:06, first pitch outside. Peterson at 274, 62 games, and it's his 17th start in center field. 2-0. 6 years in the big leagues now for Clint Fagan, who has the plate. Rob Drake, DJ Rayburn first and second. The crew chief, Joe West, 35th year, third base. And a swing and a foul tip. 2-1.
Yeah, Joe Ross, the first time around the order last time out against the Giants, was unhittable. Second time around, they figured him out. And what you want to see here tonight against the Brewers, a team that he handled nicely his first time, are they going to make the adjustments like the Giants did second time around after seeing him once?
Yeah, 8 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs in that start at Milwaukee. That was on June 13th, right after he had started at home a week earlier against the Cubs. Count now, 2-2. And he'll miss off the inside. There's the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy, next. He's been tough on the Nats this year. And a payoff pitch to the first batter of the game. Right side, nice. Chest high hop for Ryan Zimmerman. So a good battle back from a 2-0 count.
Nats with their Saturday Reds on, looking sharp. And a beautiful night for baseball. Perfect baseball weather.
Yeah, things were smoking here while we were out of town. Storm blew in, kind of cleared things out, and we're enjoying this. Jonathan Neese and Chris Russin later in Colorado. The Mets at the Rockies. The Nats right now 5 games out. Jonathan Lucroy hitting .241. But he's had a year with some injuries. And he was 2 for 4 against Joe in that ball game in Milwaukee, June 13th. That's a good looking fastball. Running back to the outside edge, 1-1.
96 miles an hour. I don't think I've seen Joe Ross hit 96 yet. He's been 94, 95. And a pair of 96s to start this at-bat up.
Pretty good take. That slider was a strike for a while. Lucroy taking it away. got the outside edge.
When you look at all of Joe Ross's starts, this is the first time he's faced the ball club twice. So I always say about rookie hitters, when you go around the league once, the league's going to adjust to you. You have to make the adjustment as a hitter. Once they flip the book on you, they figure you out. Where's your weakness? Where's your strength? Same goes for a pitcher.
Had him reaching. Ian Desmond, quick exchange, and safe at first. Lucroy got down the line. That throw was kind of tailing up and in. Looked for a moment like Anthony Rendon might try to cut it off, but it got through to the shortstop.
Yeah, Lucroy can run a little bit, so this ball taking a while to get to Ian Desmond. He knows he has to hurry. And I don't even know if a good throw has him, but the rush throw takes Ryan Zimmerman up the line, and we'll see how they score that one. I think it's a hit.
It is. And here's Ryan Braun. Had a 4-game hitting streak ended here last night, but he had a sac fly for his 73rd RBI, 8th in the league. Base on balls and a run scored. That's a good front door breaking ball that gets ahead.
Pretty good sinker right there. 96 running all over Ryan Braun's hands.
Inside the numbers, and look at this. Ryan Braun was the MVP in 2011 through 114 games that year, and now Bryce this year. Look at the comparison. Bryce has a chance to finish way over the 33 homers Braun hit and the 111 RBIs he had. Ironically, the following year he went 41 and 112 and finished second in the MVP to Buster Posey. Great pitch by Joe Ross. Ryan Braun, no chance to reach that. And now in 5 at-bats, Braun has been struck out by Joe Ross 4 times.
Yeah, he didn't pick up the slider in Milwaukee when he faced him the first time. And because of that fastball in, you see the first pitch at 96. Ryan Braun's front side leaks. He's thinking about trying to get to that 96, and the slider worked on the other side. That was a nice sequence by Joe Ross and Wilson Ramos.
That'll bring in the first baseman, Adam Lind. Couple of knocks, couple of runs, a base on balls last night. And just inside. A fastball crackling in from the rookie tonight.
Well, you remember that incredible streak the Nats starters had? It all started on June 19th when Joe Ross took them out against the Pirates on that Friday night game. He kind of turned the whole momentum around at that point of the season. Matt Williams is hoping he could do the same thing here tonight. He got the line moving for the starting pitchers on that epic run they made.
Denny Espinosa is out in right field. No problem with that arm, and a scoreless top of the first. Here come the Nats against a rookie, Taylor Youngman, who is 7-4. So battling a few rays of sun coming in through the grandstand. Perfect baseball night. Hopefully a night for some hitting and some slugging. And Michael A. Taylor, 6 homers, 21 RBIs his last 28 games. And on the more immediate front, 2-6 with a lot of slugging over the last week and a half. So the Nats 12th in the league in hitting, 5th in runs, and 4th in homers. And here's Taylor Youngman, just 25 years of age and a big guy at 6'6", 222.
That last start was Sunday against the Phillies. He got the 6-1 win. Went 6 1/3, gave up 3 hits, no runs, struck out 9 Phillies, 9 a career high for Youngman his last start. So fastball 92, curveball 76. It's a good curveball. Changeup 85. Set the defense for the Brewers behind Youngman tonight. Davis, Peterson, Braun the outfield, Segura, Herrera left side, Jeanette, Lynn right side, and Jonathan Lucroy behind the plate.
Yeah, the Brewers have the most errors of any team in the National League with 90. But they played a clean game last night. So here's Jason Worth, who will be facing Youngman for the first time. Right foot deep in the box.
Watch where Youngman steps. I mean, we talk about crossfire guys all the time, but he's almost stepping behind a right-handed hitter. So he's got a little deception in his delivery, long, lanky right-hander. Got a little Scherzer in him at the very end, the way he lets go of the ball in his head.
92.
So watch where he's stepping. I mean, that's behind Jason Worth, and you see the, I guess, awkwardness in his delivery at the end.
Looks like he really has to pivot that foot.
Air quotes deception.
0-2 to Worth. Fastball up, and Jason late for it.
Jason got to the ballpark today. He wasn't in the lineup. He went and talked to the skipper and said he wants to play. Change the lineup, new one up. He's leading off. There he is.
Off speed outside, looked like he held. Rob Drake confirms it on the appeal.
And there's certain guys with certain resumes that can do that stuff. Hey, you're not in there. He's giving you a day off. No, I want to play. Okay.
And this ball popped up to the right side. Foul ground. Approaching the dugout, and nothing for Adam Lind to reach. 4 numbers early from STG. Last 19 games against the Brew Crew going back. That would be going back about 3 years, just really slugging against them. So some Milwaukee karma, and Worth didn't want to miss this one. 12 multi-hit games.
Boy, if you see right behind the plate, the way Youngman's stepping, I haven't seen anybody crossfire this much all year. We talk about Bumgarner, maybe left-handed, but for a right-handed pitcher, he's all the way on the third base side of the rubber, and he's stepping what looks like behind the right-hander. And why is that a big deal? Well, it's tough. Because it looks like he's coming right at you. He's throwing the ball at you. That's the deception in the crossfire if you're a right-handed hitter.
Couple of good takes by Jason Worth here. Fouled off a tough breaking ball. Giving his teammates 7 pitches so far. Good look at the Milwaukee starter. And he rifles one up the middle. Great at bat. 8 pitches to start the game, culminating in a very hard hit ball.
That's a good way to start this one up. There goes the no-hitter, Jason Worth. Wanted in the lineup and delivers. First at bat, base hit up the middle, patented bat flip toward his own dugout. Line drive right over the head of Taylor Youngman, and that's how this one starts. Look out.
Chuck and duck.
Good swing, good at bat.
Anthony Rendon. Scooter Jeanette out at second base with Segura. And because Lind has to hold Jason Worth, a lot of room for Anthony, who's a guy who will collect base hits over on that side. He had an RBI and a walk against Youngman.
This will give you a good look at the crossfire action.
Rendon scored 2 of the Nats' 7 runs in that 7-2 win over Milwaukee. And that's right in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Youngman, originally drafted by the Angels in 08, didn't sign. He went to Texas. Big 12 pitcher of the year there, made the College World Series all-tournament team. And then the Brewers signed him in the first round, 12th overall player taken 4 years ago. Made a bunch of starts in the minor leagues at Colorado Springs. Came out of there with a 5.40 ERA, which some guys will, pitching up there. It's where the Brewers now have their AAA affiliate, as the Rockies went to Albuquerque. And Jason Worth, good career numbers, 87% is a very good percentage. Anything above 80 is good, anything above 85, real good.
0 for 1 this year. He's getting the Larry leadoff treatment right now with the throwovers. So, I mean, you could lead off a guy that can't run at all, like the slowest guy in the team, and he's going to get throwovers because he's the leadoff hitter.
Youngman slowing things down here. 2-1 pitch. Rendon takes it off the plate.
The funniest one I ever saw was JT Snow. And he was probably one of the slowest guys on the Giants, and he would draw 3 or 4 throwovers almost every time he was at first because his dad was an NFL wide receiver and could fly. Jack Snow.
Did they have
We used to
videotape
joke,
back then?
that's his dad you're trying to pick off, not him. He can't run.
Yeah, he was a great football player. JT, one of the best first basemen you'd ever see with the glove. Out of play by Anthony Rendon. Another full count to start the game. So 13 pitches already. Trey Turner, I asked him around the cage today, did you think you were safe last night? He said, I thought I was when I crossed the bag. And he said, as soon as I saw the replay on the scoreboard, I knew I was a dead duck.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of throwovers. He can fly.
Yeah. Flat
out fly. Did you see the stat cast on it? He was running 23 miles an hour to first. That's Billy Hamilton fast.
Wow. And then he said, you know, I think I want my first major league hit to be a line drive clean into the outfield anyway. So he would have taken it, but he's looking forward to that first one. 3-2, nobody out. Worth is running. He got a good jump. Doesn't matter. It's ball 4. And Taylor Youngman is digging a hole for himself with Bryce Harper coming up.
So we timed Trey Turner to first base last night, and I'm going to explain this to you. Watch. An above average major league time from a right-hander to first is 4.2 seconds. Average is 4.3. A fast runner to first base from the right side is 4.0. Wow. That was a 3.55. That, folks, is flat out flying from any side of the plate. As fast as I've ever seen, 3.55. 4.0 is fast.
Does the clock start at contact?
At contact and when your foot hits the bag. Thanks, Cart.
All right. Wow. And how fast is Billy Hamilton?
About that. Maybe not as. I mean, 3.6, 3.5, 3.6. But from the left side, he's probably a little bit faster. Switch hitter.
And again, if you missed it last night, we talked about this. When he replaced Ian Desmond on the double switch, it's one of the classiest things we've ever seen one of our ball players do. Ian greeted him and gave him a nice slap as they went by.
That's cool.
That was very nice. 1 ball to Bryce Harper. 2 balls to Bryce Harper.
Looking for something to drive right here, 2-0.
Well, he